There are thousands and hundreds of videos about manifestation on this platform, and each and every video is great and is trying to tell you how to manifest a specific thing or the specific other thing, or what is the magic method in order to manifest whatever it is that you want. I've been through so much manifestation experiences in the years, and in this video I want to give you the only challenge that you will ever need in order to manifest your dream life. And what do I mean exactly by that? That many times, like I said, we get stuck into finding the perfect sauce, the perfect method to manifest something very specific, and we're trying to control a lot of the circumstances around us, which leads us to burnout, to anxiety, worries, and worries about the future in general. But what if I'm here to tell you that there is an easier way, and I'm not even lying, but you can have it all. When you think about happiness, you think about your perfect life, your perfect spouse, or your perfect love, your perfect house, your perfect job, the perfect amount of money. And that is actually not difficult to ask for, as creation is already finished. And in this video, I have never actually done challenges, but in this video, I want to challenge you guys to try this one method, this one affirmation to get it all. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I got it all through this type of teachings and through this sort of affirmations. I've manifested everything I have always wanted, and I also want you guys to feel relaxed and to feel that manifestation is easy and that you were born to do this, and you don't have to wait a long time to get exactly the life that you want, and you don't have to struggle. So if that is your cup of tea, just keep on watching. Hello everyone, my name is Nia, and on this channel I talk everything about manifestation, esotericism, and so much more. On Patreon I do make extra weekly videos. If you like some extra content, you can subscribe over there, subscribe to this channel, or if you want monthly live meetings with me or streaming my e-courses, you find them on my YouTube membership. Again, all the details, like I always say, you find them on the description box below. Thank you for your support, for liking and subscribe, and now let's get back together to the video. Okay, you guys, so if you have been following me for a while, you know that everything that I teach, or everything that I actually share, which I prefer as a word, on this channel comes from years of personal experience and the experiences of my clients. So obviously take only what resonates with you, but I'm not someone that just reads something and then elaborate it online. I always test and try what I'm talking about, and I am so confident about this method, or actually this challenge. Otherwise, I would never share it, and I know that it works because it has worked powerfully for my life, like I was mentioning before, to manifest everything that I want. But before I explain you the step-by-step of what you need to do, which is fairly easy, so don't worry, everyone can do it, obviously, I just want to give you a little bit of context of what we're going to talk about today and what this challenge is really all about. Essentially, we know that the enemy number one of your manifestation, and in general the enemy number one when it comes down to your happiness and fulfillment, is fear. Fear produces resistance. Fear is the one that produces worry. Fear is the one that keeps you focused on unwanted circumstances, or you could say even 3D reality. Now, there are some instances in which fear can be useful. For example, when you are near a predator, or of any kind, really. When you are near a dangerous situation, that's when the flight or fight response pops in. You are afraid and you should run. That's where instances where fear can actually be of benefit, but for the majority of us who are trying to manifest their dream life, this is not the type of fear we are obviously addressing in this video. We are addressing the type of fear that is rooted in worrying about the future and rooted in anxiety. Now, the more you worry, the more you stress about the future, not only you lose control and you lose the bigger picture and the fact that you're god of your reality, really, and you have control over circumstances, but then whatever you focus on persists. So the more you waver, which is nothing but worry, which is nothing but resistance, which is nothing but opposing thoughts, call it it however you want, the more you delay your manifestation and you struggle because you start getting hot and cold results, whatever it is that you want to manifest. You start feeling burned out. You tend to go even more into with specific affirmation and then get in a rut and it's a mess. Like, I saw people really struggling and got into a big hot mess when it comes down to manifestation. You do you and you do whatever you want, but I really do believe that there is an easier path that is based on the opposite of fear, which is faith. And faith is what brings real strength of character. Faith is the fundamental basis of manifestation. You can call faith as even thinking fourth dimensionally, and I talked about it in my just latest video over here if you want to watch it. And faith is being taught by so many teachers, as well as Neville Goddard and Florence Scovel-Shinn, who is my favorite, and we are going to mention again today. If you guys don't know who Florence Scovel-Shinn was, she was even prior to Neville Goddard. She was a teacher of the law and the New Thought movement, and she wrote a wonderful book called The Game of Life and How to Play It. You can find it for free also here on YouTube and everywhere online, and other books as well that I highly suggest you to watch. She literally changed my entire life, and through her easy, effortless method of just having faith, surrendering, and letting go to a higher force, I manifested my wildest dreams and beyond that. You can refer to my older videos to see all my experiences as I share them while I was manifesting here with you online. And so today, this is kind of a culmination of where I have arrived with my conviction that most of the time when people tell you you're God of your reality, and that makes many people, I feel, empowered for a while, but then somehow, some way they feel lost. Like, I can only talk obviously from my personal experience of, for me, when people used to tell me I'm the God of my reality, it used to empower me for the first 10 minutes, and then I will feel just very lost and confused and alone. Maybe this is personal, but I have never truly resonate with I have to do it all on my own, I have control over every circumstance, and yeah, let's get it done. Like, I just really don't like that mindset. That I don't mean that it doesn't work, but it's just not for me, and I don't think it's for the majority of people. I always resonated more with thinking that yes, I am an extension of God. I am God of my reality. My subconscious mind will push out my desire, but I have faith in this infinite consciousness, in source energy, in God, which is far greater than I am. He's like, God is my strength, that God is the one that knows my perfect design of life, that wants me to see succeeding. And when I'm with God, I cannot be separate from my dream life. When I'm with God, I cannot be separate from love. I cannot be sick. I am with God. And yes, I am God, but God is so much more than me. This infinite consciousness that creates the universe is so much more than I am. This is what truly gave me strength, and truly manifested everything that I want. Like, I can keep going on and on about it, from money coming from all sorts of direction, an amazing pregnancy where I didn't even had an ache, from a perfect partner, from support all around, amazing people, amazing experiences, success of all kinds. Like, my surrendering to God and to infinite intelligence has exceeded all sorts of expectation, and has put my manifestation practices to a whole different level of compared to when I was trying to control every single circumstances. This is why I'm saying that this is the only challenge that you will ever need to do in order to manifest your dream life, because that's what we want, right? We don't want to just manifest one bits and bobs at a time. We really want to live life now. We don't want to wait long, and we want to live our fullest expression of life, which you do deserve. Each and every one of you does right now. And I totally believe in this, and I think it takes only a level of faith and surrender. Now, surrendering and letting go is highly being misinterpreted. I have another video about it, because it's not about letting go of a desire. It's not. It's impossible to let go for a human being of a desire. We will constantly have desires. But it's about letting go of worry, which is the enemy of manifestation. It's about letting go go of lack. It's about letting go of the anxiety and the fear of the future, because it's the understanding, surrendering that you don't have to control everything, and what you want is granted. Creation is finished, it is done, and you will have it. But I want to quote Florence Scovel, which I'm going to put also over here so you can read it for me before we go to the challenge and the step-by-step of what you need to do in order to manifest your dreams. Because she has a way of explaining this entire concept that really makes a lot of people, me included, click every single time I read her. So I just want to read it for you, and knowing that this challenge is also based on her teachings, as a lot of the things that I say are. So she goes as following, if my phone wants to just collaborate today. So, it is God's will to give every man, and if you get triggered about the word God, you can substitute the word God with infinite consciousness, universe, goddess, whatever you want. It is God's will to give every man every righteous desire of his heart. This is the truth. Like, if there is any truth in this universe, is that this infinite consciousness has created life because it wants to see life thriving and succeeding. Your desires are meant to be fulfilled. You're not meant to come here just to suffer. Yes, it's part of the journey, evolving and learning 100%, but part of the journey is evolving and learning through the acquisition of your desires, not through just suffering. I think that's been a great misunderstanding of the spiritual path in so many centuries. So it is God's will to give every man every righteous desire of his heart, and men's will should be used to, men's will should be used to hold the perfect vision without wavering. And also, the concept of will is being greatly misunderstood throughout spirituality, I feel, and throughout esotericism, because will, it's a big thing that gets taught in every occult esoteric practices. Think about Aleister Crowley. He has made an entire statement about the power of will and witchcraft and so many other practices, really. But will gets really, like, every single time I hear people talking about will, they're like, you gotta be focused, you gotta take action, you gotta be will-oriented, like your will has to be strong. And I think that's a great misinterpretation of having strong will. It's like with confidence. Confidence is not about comparing yourself with others and feeling that you're better than everyone else, but is actually silent. It's getting into a room and not feeling the need to compare yourself with anyone. Will is the same thing, it's silent. Will is nothing but having faith and holding to the perfect vision of your life. It's what Neville Goddard said was holding to the wish fulfilled, to the end state. You have will when you do this, when you know that God is providing for you. You do not have to fight alone. You do not have to control every circumstances. The only thing that you're required to do is to hold the perfect vision of your desire. And that's it. And even start thinking with this mindset of, what if I don't have to deal with my problems alone? What if this was all a lie? What if my problems really will get solved on their own? I know it is an act of faith, and many people struggle with this because it requires surrendering. But you're going to benefit so much from this mindset because it is going to give you things faster in terms of manifestation. That's true. I have to say this over and over again, because letting go and letting God is being the best way for me to manifest, because I never get anxious. I am in fear most of the time, and things just get solved so quickly in miraculous, perfect, magical ways. And it feels like nowadays the only thing that I have to do is order it. Like, I order it from the universe, I trust God, I stay in a positive mindset, and then things flow so easily and so nicely. And I want you guys to experience the same, so that's why we're doing this challenge for. So we'll hold the perfect vision without wavering. It is so much easier for the average person to have fear than faith. And look around, isn't it that true? Look around at the majority of people that are giving in to fear because they just, it's so much harder nowadays because of pendulums and society to believe in fear than to believe in faith. And you will be called nowadays delusional if you just even dare to say that you believe in God and you want to pray. But don't listen, because believing in fear, it's never the right way. I used to always say you're never wrong when you follow love, which is the same thing as saying you're never wrong if you follow infinite intelligence. If you follow faith, you're never wrong because you are seen fourth dimensionally. I made other videos about the science behind manifestation. If you guys are more sciencey or more interested in that, but you don't even need to know that. Like, you just have to have faith, and faith is what has empowered me to persist even in the darkest times, and I've talked about this before in other of my videos. So you need, it's so much easier for the average person to have fear than faith. So faith is an effort of the will. And I feel this is the only effort that you will ever have to put. It's the effort of the will. Faith is the effort of the will. Will is not about taking more action. Will is not about affirming harder or affirming more specifically. Will, it's not about making a plan to make everything work, because when you're coming from that mindset, you still think that you are alone. And that's why I personally don't resonate with saying I'm God of my reality, because I don't think we are alone. And I think that instead, when you surrender, even though it takes a leap of faith to do that, that's where you got really miraculous results. So are you ready to manifest your dream life and stop wavering or waiting even for it? Then you are ready for this challenge. And I'm telling you, I'm so confident that this is the only challenge that you will ever need to do. So now let's get to the core of it, what you need to do this challenge. You just need a piece of paper or a notepad. So please go ahead and write down all of your desires, the way you perceive your perfect dream life. Don't be shy. You can write anything that you want. The reason why I'm making you write this is because many people worry about their subconscious mind and not knowing exactly what you want, and therefore they have to affirm 20 times, 20 different specific affirmations, because you never know. The subconscious mind doesn't know exactly what I want. No, it's not true. God knows exactly what you want. It's already done. Your subconscious mind knows exactly what you want, but this is gonna make you feel good. Just write it all down. Just write it all down, put it in paper, stays there. You cannot say now that your subconscious mind or God is missing the point. So write it all down, pause the video if you need, and take your own time. Now that you have wrote down all that you want as a desire, it could have been 3 desires, it could have been a general image of life. You could even use images if you want to, like I always use Pinterest for that to help my visualization. I want you to sign this piece of paper with your signature and just say, thank you so much, God, infinite intelligence, for my divine life. It's very important to give your energy and your signature to me. It's not necessary to do, it's not mandatory, but it always makes me feel better, so that's why we're doing it, because coming from my experience, it does work. So now that we have done this, we are going to take an affirmation, and we are going to do this affirmation for 2 weeks up until maximum a month. I think it will be totally enough. Things will start manifesting, in my opinion, within 2 weeks, but it could be for some more stubborn manifestation. It will take up to a month. So do it for maximum a month, but I'm confident that this is a powerful way to manifest, and it will shift your reality really quickly. We are only going to do this affirmation. I want you to have trust and faith. Yes, we are taking a leap of faith. I know some of you are resisting doing this, but if you want to do this challenge properly, let go of the specific affirmation that you have been doing so far, especially if you didn't see result, and especially if you are burned out. I want you to release them. The God knows what you want, sweetheart. We have wrote it all down. Your subconscious mind knows what you want. It is done. It is ready for you to take. Now, you just have to step into the receiving mode. Trust me about this. We are only going to perform one affirmation. And this affirmation is obviously inspired by Florence Scovel because this is what has worked for me, and she has been my spiritual teacher for this year, and thanks to her I've manifested everything. So I will be forever mentioning her and forever be grateful. I think you never know in life, but I think so far I will be definitely forever grateful for her teachings. So we are only going to do this affirmation. I'm going to write it down in the description box down below so you cannot miss it. It's going to take a little bit of faith each and every day to do it. You can just do it in the morning or before going to bed or throughout the day. Do it as much as it feels good, but persistently do it every day, no matter what is happening in your reality, and just do this one affirmation, okay? Now, the affirmation is the following. Take a piece of paper if you need to. Infinite spirits, open the way for me, for my destiny, for my perfect divine life, my right home, my right friend, my right position in the world, my right love. I give thanks that is now manifest under grace in perfect ways. In divine mind, there is only completion. Therefore, my demonstration is completed. My perfect life, my perfect home, my perfect friend, my perfect position. We are calling forth your divine life, everything that you have listed. You, in a perfect way, in divine mind, it is done. This is the only affirmation that I want you to do. If you want to be extra, go the Neville Goddard way. Let's say you need to affirm really fast. Just say everything is wonderful. But keep this affirmation for at least a month, every single day. I just want you to affirm this one. I want you to call forth your divine life, the highest life track that you can possibly collapse from the quantum field. You can put emotions if you want sometimes into it. Don't push it too hard, but just say it. Just say this one. And through the concept of surrendering and faith that we talked about before, your mind will be blown away by the things that will finally manifest into your life. If you have ever done this before, comment down below. If you want to participate to the challenge, comment down below. It's my first challenge ever, and probably the last, since I think that you won't need any other challenge besides this one after this video. But come back to this video and let me know your experiences, as I am thrilled to hear your success stories, and I'm very confident there will be tons if you religiously will do this affirmation in the way that we just mentioned and with the mindset that we mentioned. I love you guys. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video. Subscribe and hit the ring bell button so you always get notified about new videos on this platform, on Patreon, and on my YouTube membership, and I will see you very soon. Bye!